Hi, my name is Jenny. I previously have been on TikTok. My account over there is Read with Miss G, and I thought I would give the BookTube space a whirl. I've been really wanting to figure out ways to grow my account, and I thought it would be fun to start doing some more long-form content. So I am going to share with you 3 books I really enjoy, 3 books I'm hoping to get to so that you can get to know me a little bit. I really love epic old school fantasy, particularly The Wheel of Time. I have been slowly working my way through this series. We follow a bunch of farm boys who find themselves on a quest out in the great wide world where they learn that magic and the world as they know it maybe isn't what they have been taught. I love the characters in this book so much. I know the women are not necessarily written the best, but I love Nynaeve so much, and I know a lot of people don't, but I love her tenacity, I love her ability to get things done, and I love her love for land, because I get it, girl, I get it. I think this series is just a good representation of what fantasy can be. It studies ideas like what it means to go from nothing to having unlimited power. It studies what power and pride can do to a person, what pure evil can do to a country and society, and I just think the themes in this book make it well worth the time, because this is one book and there's 13 or 14 others. So do with that what you will. Another book that I really love is a romance novel called Out on a Limb. We follow Winifred and Beau, who suddenly find themselves pregnant after a one-night stand. I love this book because Win and Beau both deal with limb differences. Beau has lost his leg from cancer. Win has an arm difference. She has a shorter arm with a shorter hand and shorter fingers. And I think the way that disability is written and handled in this book is so beautiful. They're not seen as less than, they're not talked of as less than. Yes, they get frustrated with their disability, but they still are effective people who get things done. And I have a limb difference myself. I have a rare bone disorder that caused a boutonniere deformity. So this was the first time that I felt like my experience as a person with a disability, as a person with a limb difference, was shown as something beautiful, something that wasn't othered, something that was part of a whole person. And I cried so many tears as I read this book, and I'm due for a reread on this book. I really want to read this book again. So highly recommend Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. Another book that I really enjoy is the Vorkosigan saga. In this series, we follow the Vorkosigan family as they travel throughout the universe. We start by following Admiral Vorkosigan, who is a well-known military tactician, and a woman named Cordelia Naismith, who is a scientist. And they go on an adventure that leads them into kind of the seat of what corruption can look like, what the quest for power without checks and balances looks like. And it is just so gripping. We follow them as they fall in love, as they have to battle the political ramifications of their love. And then we follow their son, Miles, who acquires a disability at birth when his mom is involved in a biological warfare attack. And his ability to think tactically is so different than his dad's, because he is much more of a disruptor than his dad. His perspective is so different, in large part because of his disability, because he's always been on the outside looking in, and I think that is handled so beautifully. And Miles is just also hilarious. So highly recommend the Vorkosigan saga, because it will make you think and then also make you laugh. Some books that I'm hoping to get to here in the near future. One is, I am in the middle of reading The Cosmere. So I am working on The Lost Metal right now, and I've been spoiled for a few things, so I'm a little nervous, but also super excited because I love Mistborn Era 2. I may like Mistborn Era 2 more than Mistborn Era 1, and I didn't think that would be possible. But Wayne is my favorite character. So I am just so excited to see where this goes, even though I know I'm probably going to be heartbroken. So I don't know what to tell you. Just if you're not reading Brandon Sanderson, get to it. He's so good. Next up, I really want to read Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. I love cozy fantasy. I love all fantasy. And I really want to read this story about a person who inherits a sword who is also a person. So I think this copy is stunning. I have read other T. Kingfisher books, and her writing is beautiful, and I can't wait to get to Sword Heart. So I'm hoping to get to this soon. And finally, I would really like to get to book 2 in Dungeon Crawler Carl. I read Dungeon Crawler Carl last year and am obsessed, like a lot of the world is right now. I need to know what happens to Princess Donut. She needs to make it to the end of the series. Whatever can happen to Carl, but Princess Donut is endgame. She needs to get there. So I want to continue on with the series because these books are just hilarious and heartbreaking and terrifying and also a good time. So let me know what some of your favorite books are. Let me know in the comments what makes a good BookTube channel, because I'm really interested in seeing what this space is like. So I hope you have a good day and that you are surrounded by cool people and people who understand your value and love you for you. And I hope that this can be a space for you to feel that as well. Have a good day, my friends.